Hello. Sound? Yes, we have sound. Alright. Let's have a look.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Right. Wardrobe acquired. Anything apart from the obvious that we can inspect?
This mess is getting out of hand. What will the landlady think?
Yes. All right. Move, rotate, inspect. London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden, oh no, are currently high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. The long-time member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. Is that so? A spokesman for the police assures the Advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. So, with an axe and a helmet, one would think. A man like that gets noticed whether by his peers at the gentlemen's club or the fair nightingales who comfort them. I see.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Indeed. Now, what else? Barnes and Nobles. Well, just Barnes for now, I guess.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop.
Yeah.
It's good service.
Amazon precursor. What's this? Vogel? Well, no. Yeah.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply,
Werner?
but they keep coming.
Doesn't seem like Werner. Unless it's like a first name and then on the letter that was a last
I don't
name.
see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life
Quite a young
used your
Sherlock,
newspaper
isn't he?
to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it.
Oh no.
But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Right. Just give me a second here while I'm checking Discord notifications. Is that? Right. Nothing important. Now then. Ooh. Now there's a couple of fancy clothes. Yes. Either one of these will do. Obviously. The Deerstalker. I think I need glasses just now. Or a... That's render a bit weird. Kind of very flickery. Guess we'll not use any of those. But I do want to get the exclamation mark aside. It's... the fuck is that? Oh. Traditional Ukrainian outfit. Stand tall and proud. I should add that Frogwares, the developers, are from Ukraine and have, despite all of the war and stuff going on, managed to publish this. Well, finish developing, one would hope. Alright. Just... oh yeah. Excuse me. Hi, Buzzy. It's rainy today. Why not dress in something appropriate for the weather? Casebook. Yes. I just did. Oh. Dustbin.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with
Hi,
poison,
boy.
the perfect assassination tool. You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Now what?
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Get
Where?
the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Any breaking news today?
The dock accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Why did they give you money, you little shh?
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
You had very shitty ears and eyes. What do you question your
Get the
mind?
Strand.
Alice?
Get
Shut
your
up.
copy of the Strand
Trying to
here.
read. Open the casebook, navigate to Mind Palace, blah blah blah. Who ruined the Strand? Okay. The fuck did I just do? Ah. Because of the books. I see.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his
Get the
quirks, but he
Strand.
also has
Get
his
your
screw-
copy of the Strand here.
Not every pawn knows
Pin
its
evidence or
part of the
quick
game.
access. Casebook, pin the evidence with bookshop photo, pressing
Get the
X.
Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Try to find the bookshop.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Japanese embassy? Hmm. Pin the evidence with a bookshop photo. Schart gemacht. Hmm? Ah. New books in store. Observe. Hmm. Ah. Leans heavy on right leg. I see. Wishes to look taller. Just like Putin. Mr. Barnes has developed a limp and has large bags under his eyes, the result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hands suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. Or Mr. Barnes has large bags on his eyes, the result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone and might be involved in the plot. Nah. I think workaholic fits better.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Doggy!
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Oh. Very suspicious.
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Exotic plants catalog. Catalog of exotic plants on the Barnes counter. The name of the catalog reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
One of the crypto boys.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Oh. Must be something more somewhere.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Maybe he's just really bad with flowers.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
The power of love, blood and mandrake.
The finest view London has to offer.
Maybe we need to talk to her.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Indeed. I think that's it.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original. The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
But they're not getting any.
I should have worn something warmer.
Do you have a cactus?
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. A familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Wearing makeup for beauty or concealment. Eye concealment, the fuck? Distant look, avoids eye contact or distracted. Mourning brooch. Honoring deceased husband. Luxury fabric, unusual for work attire. Clean boots, changed shoes upon arrival. Mrs. Fleming wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. The shoes show no traces of much. She must have changed them when she arrived. Eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search of something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone, while Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband. She's trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself again. Or Mrs. Fleming uses makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. The dress is made from expensive fabric, not suitable for work. Same thing. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch. Well, in memory of her late husband. Her gaze, always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude that Mrs. Fleming is still reeling from her tragic loss. Doesn't exactly sound reeling or look hard. Difficult. Let's go with that.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Provide evidence.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Aha. So can I select the portrait as a...
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Apparently not.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Well, it did make a weird sound. And this is now green and these are red. What about the cactus?
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Aha. The plot thickens. Or the plot. Maybe also the pot. Flower pot, that is. So now what?
Looking
Watson?
for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Yes, think. Oh, wait, there's something here. Okay. Why is Barnes acting so strangely? I mean, these two kind of... I still don't quite get how these things work here. Like, do I need to collect them somehow, or... So if I go for this and then... Cactus in a cracked pot. Can these connect? Nope. I can connect a couple of them, but so why? I guess it's more about like why is he acting so strangely? So we could be talking about her and this. Yeah. I don't get it. So Mr. Barnes, character portrait. Maybe I still need more. No, but it's still highlighting. There must be something I can do with this. Would have thought these two kind of go together here. So I can only select one of these. Or just... What the fuck is going on? Hang on. Alright, question has shown in the Mind Palace. Answer all questions to progress to the next chapter. In the Mind Palace tab, select the question you want to answer. After selecting a question, try to answer it by linking relevant evidence. All evidence is broken into 3 categories. Each category appears on a different screen. Items, documents, and observations. Press to switch between categories. When all correct links have been made, the evidence will be combined and an answer is revealed. Often you will not have the correct evidence to match each question, so keep investigating until you do. Answering questions with correct evidence on the first try grants you a bonus score. Okay. So this is then answered correctly, I guess. Also, I can't deselect this now. I think I can only select more. Is it like the 2 always fit together or something? I can't select the character portrait now. I can't select any of these. I can't unselect that one. I can still select one of these. So I guess there's still something that I can do with the green ones. And these ones I can also select. but not any of these. Okay. So Barnes' broken ladder. Does that... It doesn't really fit to anything. The cryptology books also... I guess the roses for sale in combination with exotic plants? No. Okay, apparently I linked these now. So now I can also not select any of these. Alright. So what now? That's a weird one. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalogue on his counter. Okay. Questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalogue presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. It doesn't entirely make sense to me yet, but I'll go with it.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
I
Do
think
not
so too.
despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Let's. How did you teleport in front of me?
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then. So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Ha!
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Well, there we are. That wasn't awkward at all. Alright. Strand, September 28, 1882. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at pier number 3 in the early evening, en route to Europe when she was rocked by several concussive explosions. Those were Neptune rockets, as far as I know. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what happened, transpired even.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Right. Still not sure I really know how the
utter waste of
stupid
time.
An
system works.
assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you.
Bye, Buzzy.
A real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your
Have fun.
stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
How fortunate that everything is nearby. Hi, usual. I'm not gonna ride in that, am I? Probably not. Oh, is that the mansion?
Not much further now.
Notice the gate is open.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Why won't you investigate?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps
Sound like a
Mr.
Karen.
Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Right. And yes, it was better than a 7% solution, or 7.5. It was more like 45 out of 50, however many percent that... That shouldn't be that hard to calculate, should it? Just times 2. So 90% in that case. Can you describe Kimihia?
Tell me about Kimihia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as 2. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Oh. Maybe you should have taught him a bit.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
What are we coming to? Had to get his own paper.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I take it this is the first time Kimihia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Not really sure about the whole rescuing business.
Is there any reason Kimihia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Imagine. He even had his own shack in the garden. Luxury, I say.
Did Kimihia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started.
Security, is
we
it?
shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Yes, you seem like a nice person. Investigation scene found. Now this part I actually somewhat remember from the original game, but as the rest I've seen in the demo was also fairly different. I'm assuming this might be as well. Certainly can't remember the first part with Barnes and the Flower Lady. Last time there was something about like somebody going over a wall somewhere, so this might still be a thing. Looking at this wall here in particular. The backyard is certainly different, like there didn't used to be all this stuff around, I think. What's this? Footprint, I guess? Can't do anything with it yet.
Chewing tobacco.
Alright.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
This is... what is this? Can I do anything with the... ah!
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr.
I needed to use my
The ground like an open book.
special Sherlock sense. There we go. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past, prosecute to interact. Yes, I just did that though. I don't need the tutorial about it now. Oh. Can I do anything? Oh, okay, so I'm gonna have to rebuild the scene. I see, okay. So let's keep investigating then. Concentration helps you pick up small details about the world around you. Wavy green circle plus Q. Some clues won't be visible without it. Aha.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
All right. Yeah, I guess it's not the worst garden shack. Come on. Oh, there. Looks like a face.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Yeah. So they did. Aha! A vape pen.
A small navy spyglass.
Oh, all that. A treasure chest. Oh, fine. What's this? Rabbit fur or something?
A scrap of Hessian.
Hessian? The hell's Hessian?
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
I can get another. Alright. Let's keep looking.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Nose flute. Certainly nothing you would want to play when you get a cold.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
Fuck is Hessian? I mean, obviously it's some kind of cloth, but the only Hessian I know is like a like a region in Germany. And also like the term used for the evil guy in Sleepy Hollow. What kind of fabric is Hessian? Fabric made out of sisal fibers. Skin from the Jute plant. Ah, I see. Okay. So like a coarse kind of thing. Bone?
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
Ah, well, okay.
The ashes are long since cold.
A marble.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
That's quite a large chunk of opium, isn't it? That's 2 or 3 fingers wide, I would say.
No air coming through it.
No air coming through it.
Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Yes.
Either way, it's giving me chills.
So he would get quite the trip if his ventilation wasn't working, one would guess. Aha.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Well, that would make you unconscious in a hurry. Okay, well, it's still the same image. Do anything with that? Nope. There's a pin with an arrow. That doesn't really... Why is this? Oh, because it's... Is it pinned? See? Ah. Alright. Where does Kimiya's trail lead? I don't think I have anything about the trail. It's kind of the only thing that makes sense so far. Didn't really see. Oh yeah, we did see the footprints at the statue, but otherwise. Oh, more outfits. More outfits. I think we want to keep that one.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Hmm. A lock with an unusual keyhole. Guess we could ask the owner about the key. Anything else? Maybe something over here. The key.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Boy, you're a bastard, aren't you? Can I tell you anything else? Cloth in the chimney.
Where are you going with this?
So I'm guessing the red marks aren't relevant, maybe?
Where on earth are you going with this?
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. Are you joking? Why would I know this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Do you happen to know Kimahia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Hmm.
Has Kimahia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Right, so given that, it's also somewhat unlikely that he used opium, I guess. And maybe, I don't know. I guess we could still ask him up the clothes, but...
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Did you now? That didn't really help us all that much. Kind of hoped that I would be able to get outside with the proper key. Can I pick it maybe? This whole press up arrow thing is kind of annoying me a bit. Can I turn these things off somewhere? Reward notifications. Activity highlighted action icons. Apparently not. I mean, it looks like there are two more, you know, stuff that happened kind of things here. So I'm guessing there must be something that I'm missing. Maybe I need to use my skills in a different location as well. Oh, so there are different varieties of what might have happened. See? So it's either he got thrown backwards, but that doesn't fit with the face. So this indicates a fight with an unknown person, but he's still falling backwards. This is still falling backwards though. Not sure. Right, well, what's the other two options here then? So I'm guessing this, the first one was the servant, and the mannequin is kind of a different one. So he's bringing the opium and the spyglass, is that it? And this would indicate that he fell? Maybe. But that... there... no. Excuse me. Let's keep looking with this. Sure, we're gonna find something with our spidey sense here, but never know. What could have left them. So if I pin this... Oh wait, I can get outside here, I'm an idiot. I can just walk around this side. Maybe I can't. Damn it. Guessing I can't jump that either. Nah. Yeah, so much for that plan. Maybe on the other side? Fairly sure it won't let me, but... Nah. Okay. What have I missed then? Wait, what? It's giving me this, you know, on the in the middle top part, and the audio cue as well. But it might just be that I'm getting close enough for these to do something. Why would there be? I'm guessing the only thing is like maybe I got this this combination of things that happened wrong. Maybe I need to get that right before the game continues. Pretty sure this is correct. So this would have been unknown person got in a scuffle. And this is him kind of face planting or something. Let's try using the spyglass option here again. I guess not. What am I missing? Him kneeling here doesn't make sense. Because he didn't use tobacco. But why the spyglass? I mean, I guess someone from here might have... Really possible to shove the opium through as well. Kind of first shove the opium through and then clog it up. I mean, might have fallen kind of, sort of in that place.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Right? Hmm. Don't see anything else to take a look at. This looks to me as if, like, that's a face, that's not the back of a head. So all of the options here are kind of wrong because they're all falling backwards here. And it's still like he's falling backwards over the crates. And even if he's dragging him backwards, it's still... it doesn't fit. Hey, Mike. Look up. I am looking up. There is fuck all up there. Actually... is there something else, or is it just still the same thing? No, I think it's just... yeah, it's just where the indicator was. I would still say this is that situation with the third person kind of waiting here for him. But it doesn't change anything. Like, it's not gonna... the game is not telling me, hey, okay, now you solved this partial clue. Might need to chat with the guy for other options, maybe?
Why are you still here?
Because they're still not further.
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
Well, that's great for you. Okay, so I can't talk to him anymore. There wasn't anything here. Is there anything new in the case book? Nope. Still looks like there's stuff to do here. Maybe I can do anything here. Let's see. So the tobacco remains are interesting because of the trail. Clothes are... okay. What just happened there? Those kind of deleted themselves. Right. Clues in the garden. Can't select anything from this page, so the clues and the testimony, no. So why is the spyglass? I still don't really get this page. I'm just selecting shit at random now. Fucking hell. The unusual lock. Can't be used with anything else. So if I deselect that, the chimney, just doesn't make sense. And also, like, why is the Barnes and Fleming stuff still up here? That was like the last case, quote unquote. The shack and the cloth. These kind of go both together, but can't do anything. Footprints. Cloth. So I cannot deselect the strand. That one is fixed in now. I still have a blue thing from something. And this seems to be stuck in here now for some reason or other. Can add the mansion for something. Doesn't help. I can add the shack. Again, can't change. Can't select anything else. Doesn't go together with any of these. The lock doesn't do anything. The cloth doesn't do anything. These two are unrelated. The footprints don't do anything. And I think that's everything now except these two. Three. Can't select these anyway. Can't deselect that. So I guess I can't do anything with the Palace of the Mind thing. So I'm guessing the eyes tells me that this is because of my, you know, special Sherlock sight. And the pin I can use to kind of pin the to the UI, but that's I don't see the point in that. If I could go outside, I could check on the outside if the trade goes anywhere. But he's not letting me.
This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse.
Yes.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
Oh. Certainly was another person. Don't know if he was an accomplice. It's also still weird that like there are obviously two more positions in this thing. And you'd think that those are probably outside here, but...
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
I'd love to lockpick it. Am I missing anything obvious here, chat? trying to see if there's any more interaction thingies popping up. So far, I don't see any.
No air coming through it. Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Hmm. Already got 2 out of 2 for those. Same for this. Actually, what were the two? It was the cloth and the broken stuff, and that was the pot and the hourglass. Okay. I feel stupid. That's feel like I'm missing the obvious here somewhere. So in this case we had the tobacco, the footprint, and the knee print. I still think it might be something with the constellation of these things. So let's just try this, and I'm not super happy about it, but let's just try the different varieties, I guess. So come on, let's just go with number 1 on all of them. Okay, nothing happened, so let's go. Number 2 on that one. Nothing. Two on that one. And 2 on that one. Three on that one. One on that one. Three on that one. One. Two. Nope. I think we missed a couple of the number 1 options. And this feels annoyingly gamey, cheaty. Watson, move aside. Pretty sure that should have been all constellations, but I'll go with the number 1 here again, number 2. Just to be sure I didn't miss anything. But I don't think this will be it. Nope. This should have been all of the combinations and nothing happened. Nothing new in here. Can't do anything with that. The hell game! What the hell? I mean, I could look into a guide or something, but it feels wrong. Like, this is this is the first case. I can't be that stupid.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients.
Yes.
Try
yes.
to be courteous.
The only thing I can imagine is that I'm missing a clue somewhere. But I've looked everywhere. Supposed to invest. This is still bothering me. That stupid crack in the. Especially given that there was something in the original game. I mean, look at it. This would be so easy to climb over all these crates here. All right, give me a second. Just. No, I don't think there's even a guide out yet that I could look at. Ah! Must be something. Also, what kind of rundown place is this even? Still shouldn't be able to talk to him.
Stupid,
No.
Mr. Holmes. Stop loitering and go and do your job.
You're a fucking asshole. There's something on the outside here. Oops. If you think this is looking as if I'm grasping at straws, it might be because I am. Can I maybe talk to any of these people? Can I talk to you? I think the answer is nay. Drugs. Maybe he can tell me about the opium. Nope. I don't think there's anything outside. I think all we can do is find whatever is missing inside. But I don't know where to look. I think there might be something like a clue I'm missing. Some stupid clue that I haven't seen yet, but I checked everywhere. Can't climb up on that. Looks like there's a river on the other side. No idea if it's the Thames or something else, but it sure looks like the Thames. Actually, no, it's kind of too small for that. Definitely too small for that. But it's a river. Yeah. I can get behind that expression. Still, the only thing that I can kind of think of is that these combinations are still wrong. But I think I've went through all of them by now. I can't examine this any further. I mean, obviously whoever used that wheelbarrow or whatever that was went through the door, I would guess, but I can't open it. Still think this is the more likely scenario, that he, whatever that was, threw the opium in and then blocked it, rendering this guy unconscious, and then dragged him out. So this kind of feels like it makes somewhat sense to me. So in which case, maybe if we change this to the spyglass and the opium, that would make sense, but it doesn't change anything. It's not spooling off a new sequence or something. What am I missing? Is there something like... I need to look at something from this side? Still the same cloth.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Oh. We knew that already.
No air coming through it.
Hmm.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Oh.
Clothes made of hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
Obviously. Let me check the Steam guide thing, maybe. Maybe I there is something noted in there that I might miss. FAQs doesn't really seem like a... Don't know how to end the investigation, Stanix mentioned. Alright, well, let's see this then. Speak with the policeman, go to the yard, investigate the crime scene, find the place with the footprints and tobacco and the statue. Did that. Find the car tracks. Did that. Investigate the back door. Did not do that. At least, well, I did, but I don't think there was an option, was there? Unless there's a different... Oh, no, that's the back door. Over there, never mind. Find the place where somebody fell into the grain. Find the telescope. Did that. Find the brazier with the opium leftovers. Yes. Find the tube on the other side. Footprints underneath. Did we check for footprints? I mean... Not sure about the footprints. Let's keep reading. Found the tube on the other side. Footprints underneath. Speak to Stanwick and reveal the truth to him. Finish investigation with imagination scene. Speak to Stanwick, reveal the truth to him. Again. Go outside. Through the back door, follow the tracks. The only thing I'm not sure about in this mini FAQ thing was the whole either the back door and or the footprints. I'm pretty sure the back door is not the house back door, but the garden back door.
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes?
Shut up.
Stop loitering. And go and do your job.
So the footprints are the only thing that I don't think I've seen. But there was nothing just then. So if the tube outside is this, which I'm assuming it is. Don't see any footprints here. I mean, I did see the footprints over here. This doesn't help. Watson, you also don't help. Stop just walking around. Stand by the tree. You finish my investigation. Can I uncheck this? This is just the help for that stuff, right? Concentration. It's only with a green circle. Oh. Imagination. I mean, look at the wheelbarrow. I don't even get the... That one I don't even get. Yet. If you're wrong, any incorrect figures will be highlighted. F appears when all the synapses are activated. So I'm guessing this is not quite available yet because we haven't unlocked all the points. As in, like, there are still 2 of these that are...
No, I cannot make head.
They're missing. And I can't press F either. So I'm guessing the wheelbarrow is something that we'll still have to find probably on the outside. Is this... Am I stupid or is this bugged? Find the place where somebody fell into the grain. Find the telescope. Find the brazier with the opium leftovers. Find the tube on the other side. Footprints underneath. There are no footprints underneath. It just... yeah, that's just the... I mean, he's standing there, but maybe if I put this to the other one, maybe these become visible now? No. There's nothing here. And this looks a bit like that. Maybe there's a that the wheelbarrow was here to begin with. Did I break something when I switched the scene initially when I first changed it here, maybe? I don't think so. Struggling. Alright. Let me check something outside the Steam stuff, because this is getting a bit annoying. What's the mansion called? Stenwick's mansion. This mansion. I just want to see if there's someone else who found the footprints or not. Just so I'm not an idiot any more than I already am. So that's the lock. And he's kind of checking the back. I'm just watching some other guy struggling the same as I am. So he's speaking to him. All right. I mean, it's... oh. I did not get that. Hang on. I did not get that. In this video, there's a... the hell? In the video I was watching just then... hey, Schnur. There was an option to use the special Sherlock ability to see what happened here. But... oh, wait. Do I need to pin something? That would be most annoying. Oh, okay. That changes things. If I need to pin something for me to find out more stuff about it. Okay. So it's either him unlocking it or some other person unlocking it. Okay. Oops. Okay. So maybe that's why I need the footprints. Can I pin this? No. What else can I pin? Footprints in the garden? Cloth and chimney. Chew tobacco, spyglass, shack. So the key doesn't have a pin anymore. But this still does. So I think I might need to pin this actually. Aha. Okay. This broken card in the garden is unlikely to have been used recently. Aha.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Right, okay. Note to self, I need to pin more shit. Okay, so where's the so third person wheeling him out. He wheeling stuff out. Third person wheeling stuff out. Third person wheeling him out. Validate.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Okay. Now that we are a bit smarter about the whole pinning thing. What are the notable features of the abductor? Chewing tobacco. Footprints. Clues in the garden. Cloth in a chimney. I'd still say the notable features. I mean, maybe the spyglass. And that, actually. Maybe also that. So, kind of removing what I don't need, I guess. I can't select anything else right now. Well, let's talk to him then. Glad we found that out.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
Aren't you an asshole?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Yeah, asshole. Now then. Don't think there's gonna be anything over here, but I'm still gonna have a look. Aha. A doll?
What does it say?
I mean, you could take the note out of it.
What does it say?
I don't know. Take it out.
No seams or torn fabric on this doll. Likely one-legged by design.
Welcome to the hunt. Hey ho, street pigeons and roof ravens. Another treasure hunt is upon you. With a clue in hand, it is up to you to find all the dolls. So, statue, wheelbarrow on the left somewhere.
A treasure hunt. Used to do lots of those in my childhood for myself and...
Is it a call for help? A bad joke?
or both. Better not risk leaving this matter ignored, don't you think? Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
Naturally.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say...
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. A large pile of horse droppings.
Nice.
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Let's have a look on the other direction. Not much to see.
You stupid, Mr. Holmes. Stop loitering.
Ah,
Go and do your job.
this man. Calling card. think these will get rid of some of the old clues that are no longer important. And whatever remains will be the truth, or something along those lines. Particular not a spyglass and the footprints of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimihire's abductor is a sailor. Okay. Still can't really do anything else in here. Oh, okay, now I can. All evidence points to the port of London. We know that Kimihire's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimihire we must head to the port of London. There is no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately. Okay.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Are you stupid, Mr. Holmes?
Ah.
Stop loitering.
I thought you might provide a cab.
Job.
You asshole. This looks like a cab. You cannot return after leaving. Be sure to finish everything you wanted to do here. Yeah.
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
The Blood Red Knight.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimihire?
Indeed. But looking at the time, You've been at this for about 2 hours now, and I think I'm getting a bit peckish, so we'll stop here for today. I can make some dinner, and probably back on Sunday, because tomorrow is going to be armor, so yeah. Tomorrow evening armor, new campaign on Dingor. Looking forward to that. So, good night. See you tomorrow, maybe. Bye-bye.